Welcome everybody. In this coaching session, I'm going to teach you guys the ropes of mid-game. Mid-game is incredibly complex, so we're going to dive deep on specific concepts, which is tempo, when the group versus when the side lane, and I'm going to guarantee that if you make it to the end of this video, you're going to learn some stuff that you've never heard before. So, very fun session. If you have any questions, check it down below in the comments. Enjoy, boys. Great, so we're in a goal-like position right now. Drake is the target. We have winning bot, winning jungle, winning mid. So Drake's unlosable right now. I like your sweeper into control ward combination. Probably wouldn't have swept here. I probably would have placed my control ward in here and then see if I could do my sweeper deeper, but it's not important. Okay, we push the wave. Kata is bot. How did she get there? Did she have a wave push out? Looks like she did, yeah. Let's take a look at the communication here.
No, I don't ping anything.
Yeah.
I don't ping until something try bush.
Yeah, really bad communication here. Very awkward. And it's fine because you waited for your spike, right? So you delayed tempo, gave Kata one window of opportunity to delay your spike. Totally fine. The problem is that we just didn't adapt with the communication. And that cost you here. Okay, we trade a lot of our HP. We don't reset right now. And we're in a bit of a position where we're forced to fight without having reset. Yeah, so this is unlosable on bot side, right? But I think we completely botched it. We first don't communicate, and then in this position, we cannot be trading our HP with the Teemo here. It's not worth it. Matter of fact, you should probably even just move bot right now after pushing out the wave, because that shit looks hella free with your R coming back up. Tough one.
But don't worry, I got the dragon.
Oh, you got the dragon? No problem. Back in the game. Okay, next play. Probably good to swap up lane assignments with bot lane as soon as possible. So
I don't really know how to communicate that. Because there'll be games where I'll ping bot and then they won't go bot. There'll be games where I'll go bot and they just stay bot with me and we're just bleeding mid.
Yeah.
But like I know in my head like I should be bot.
Okay. So
but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I probably didn't communicate well enough this game, but there have been games where I try to communicate and they just don't respond well.
Okay, so first thing is you got to do it when they've got the quest. If they don't have the quest, they're not going to swap with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, not a good timer. What I would do is wait until we have a wave pushed out and until they've got like a potential push out. But if we have a push out and they're neutral, we can gank them. If we have a push out and they're pushed out, we can swap. If we are pushed out and they're getting pushed in, we can swap. So as long as we use it on one of our own push outs, generally we're in a good spot. I think you played this pretty well. Let's identify how we played it. I like how slow that you played it initially. I like the QRE. This was good. Nice. I think you played it well. I think you played it great. Well played, good. We stay for the turret.
I wonder if you go back, if I should, after like the ending of Shroud, should I have walked into Shroud towards Aurelia or did I walk away too far? I was looking at that in my review and I wasn't sure. Like after I R her like here, instead of going for the passive, should I just like walk back into?
No, you did the right thing running away. Because she's gonna fuck you up if you are getting too close to her. Now you can because she's low. You played this well. I like this. Yeah.
I wasn't sure about that in the review, so.
Yeah, it was good. So I think this is also good. Right now, you want to be extremely careful for staying another wave because you give the enemies tempo like this, right? You stay for the extra wave. You give them an opportunity. Even if you get out here, you give them an opportunity to get deep vision or make a cross map play onto your team. Okay, so it's probably not worth getting the turret right now and just pushing this wave, resetting for tempo, and using this opportunity to maybe swap up lane assignments with bot lane. Because you have your needlessly spike already. And you got to keep in mind that if you play a wave like this, and the wave then kind of just stacks up right here, right? You see what happens when this wave, the minions stay here. The wave will slightly stack up right here. Instead of it meeting in center, it will meet slightly on their side, slow pushing it towards you. That's a good thing for you. So yeah, look, we have the tendency to slightly overstay and give the enemies a counter opportunity before you've gotten your reset off. And I want you to value tempo in that sense a little bit more. So this is a really good swap. I really like your target selection on Teemo. Well played. And this is a time where you just take over bot and you send this Jhin mid. Really to swap up lane assignments. Drake's coming up. We're getting very rich for our item as well. So I would look to probably take this wave, reset. I think you're overstaying tempo again, right? You need to get your item and back off.
Yeah. This is where I throw the 700 bounty.
Right, so you should probably, because you're so close to your item, not swap up right now. Push this next wave in right here to get your item and then immediately base, reset, be ready for Drake.
Is there any merit to just basing selling D-Ring for it?
You can, but D-Ring is just fucking overpowered. It's like 800 gold in stats. So you rather keep it, if possible.
Okay.
You're not going to buy any item that's as strong as D-Ring.
I guess I'm just thinking because there's Teemo that we want to be on the objective first to avoid him setting up, so that like extra wave could make me too late.
Nah, that extra wave is going to be fine. Because Kata, they can't use that timer. And Teemo is not at the point where he's at that threat level just yet. He needs a bit more time. Okay, we do kill the Kate.
I think it was a battle.
On the Kate?
Yeah, I think like it's just not. I think like it should be up before when Dragon spawns.
I think this R was fine. I don't think this is a bad R. Oh, killing her is I think it's good. Let's see how it plays out. I should be fine here. You get full prio on bot. You should be able to make them respond to this wave state. Dragon should be extremely free. We even killed the Meteor. No. I think that there's an argument that we maybe... There is an argument we maybe don't want to like do this onto the Melio, but I think this is also like hard to say no to.
Yeah, I didn't say I got TP'd on.
I think it's just tempo issues, dude. It's just fucking tempo issues. That's just it. Because I can see what you're trying to do, but I think you're sometimes just overdoing it. When someone enters your screen, you just go and you forget to do other stuff. Because I don't mind killing this Kate because this leads to free Drake, right? This is totally okay. And if you stay high HP and you don't do all of this with the Meteor and you block off the area, Aurelia TP is way less threatening because you have full HP with your W, with everything up. You can make that hard for them to enter. It's really hard for them to play. But you give him kind of an opportunity by dropping low, and then she TPs onto you while you have 3k gold, which is mental, by the way. Sitting on 3k gold. So yeah, you definitely botched the tempo. Very interesting. We're on bot side right now with Rift Herald up, so I would move over here, unless we decide to completely drop it. There's definitely a way to play this better. Let's go back. We're so slow on this wave state. I think that you're immortal here. You got R, you got Flash, you got WE. You can't die. The enemies have no threat with their comp, right? You shouldn't scour for vision here. What you should do is with Red File being up, push this wave out as fast as humanly possible. The moment you push this wave out right here, you don't delay it with another wave state because you get this one out on time, that this one actually crashes. And that way you can immediately move and fight this Rift. But because you first go for vision, then take the wave, you need to take one more wave before it actually hits turrets because you were so slow. And now when the fight actually happens, you're not there because you're pushing the wave instead of already being moving. Imagine if Caden's already responding and you're moving, you can take a 5v4 fight, you win the game here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then when should I go for vision? Like denial, like when there's not an objective spawning?
Yeah, so the current play is Rift. And if you're on weak side with Ignite while Rift spawning, you gotta pressure, okay? Because either they start it and you're still clearing vision while they're starting it, you can't get anything in return. Or they start it and you can actually move over whilst making someone respond. So this is not the time to clear vision indeed. Because you don't even care about the vision right now, right? You don't want to move yet. And you're not threatened by anything because we spotted Aurelia topside and we're fucking immortal with R Flash W. If they collapse onto you with 3 people right now, which is still not enough to kill you with their champs, you get out, you waste 3 people's time, and your team gets Rift. So you're in a position where you should never play for vision here.
Gotcha.
Let's take a look here. We're on Soul Point. What happened here? We move over, but we can't because Viego is on bot side right now. Right, so we can't fight this. And because we can't fight this, we should immediately turn back to bot to keep them pinned and play the side game, which we're very, very good at. So we're wasting a lot of time here. We just used both sweepers. That's fine. This is a good sweeper. Okay, this is quite decent. We turn back into bot. Yeah, sucks that Seraphine died. I think that this is your opportunity to actually hit plates here right now, because Katas went away and you can't win the fight because Seraphine's dead, right? So what you should do is you should step up, hit plates, because you can get 3 plates with these grubbies here.
Yeah.
And if they collapse onto you, remember, they can't kill you because you're Akali with R, with E, with everything up, and they don't have any multi-threat. They've got no threat, so you're just super free. You want them to collapse onto you, and that's something that I'm seeing here is you're not willing to just go the extra mile and force them to really respond to you and draw pressure like a pressure sponge. Let's go to the Akali guide. You need to watch this one.
Okay.
Okay? This one is like, you can do immense stuff on this champion in the side. You can drag entire teams to the side, and you can still get out with your mobility. You could have had this turret. You could have already been chipping away this one. Then they're forced to respond. You then reset when they're responding to you. And that means that you're on a tempo timer for Drake or Nash. Right? If Aurelia respawns, no problem. Your Cassio gets a push out and gets turret. If the enemy from mid responds, no problem. Your boys on mid get a push out. You get Drake position. So you leveraging that side is immense. Is Zhonya's the right buy? Absolutely not. Right? We identified that they have no threat. So Zhonya's is not the right buy here. It actually makes us really fucking useless. Because the Zhonya's value is insanely low this game. Caitlyn, bad Zhonya's. We don't need it versus this guy. We just fucking eat her. We eat this guy. Zhonya's doesn't work versus shrooms. This guy is going to kill us. We need raw damage this game. What we need is Magic Pen instead of Zhonya's. We killed our build with this item. Okay? Zhonya's is good if you go in and they can like dogpile on you. That's when it's really good. This is by definition unwinnable because Aurelia's here. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken this fight. The moment where this Aurelia is, we can't deal with her. So the moment she shows up, we back off. That's kind of the idea.
You just let him die.
Yeah, just let him die. Because Cassio's pushing bot, right? They're going to be forced to respond to bot. So focus on the wave, stay alive, keep your cooldowns up. We don't have R, we should reset here. We don't have R, we don't have HP. Here's where we just base. And we overstay a bit. And we die. Any other questions from this game, mate?
I think I still have questions about the side lane. Because when I had the last review with AJ, he was basically saying that I need to, like, post 20 minutes, just ARAM mid, because fights are just going to break out. And, like, a split pushing Akali doesn't provide as much threat, because I can just do Baron, because I don't have a lot of, like, tower damage. And I should just basically just split, like, or just ARAM mid with the team, because there's going to be a fight that breaks out. So that's kind of why, like,
really?
I guess I'm just really, yeah. So I'm just kind of confused on what to do macro-wise.
Can you send me that session? Let's break it down.
Yeah,
this one.
Yeah, I don't remember what part of that it was in. But I know I have it in the learning objective. But
okay, so this game is a totally different game here, right? Because the key thing that we see in this game is that you've got a Mumu with a Maokai, right? So this is an immense amount of multi-thread. And it means that it's insanely easy for you to just full send it and play. And what we identify is that you don't win side in this game. Because look at this fucking Rise. He's a machine. And this guy's a full item up on you. So because of that reason, if you can't win side and you have got multi-thread, it's a lot easier for you to already play on mid. And the other thing to keep in mind, what you got to keep in mind is that if you are playing Ignite, you still want to be included in the plays that your team's making. So whenever a neutral objective is spawning, you need to be ready. It's the same position as that I mentioned right here with this Rift Herald, right? Where you were pushing out bot away from the neutral objective at a time when Rift was up and was the play that we wanted to go for after this dragon, right? Right here, it's fine because you're on dragon location, so you're playing the game with your team. But now the next neutral objective is Rift. So if you end yourself over on weak side of the map, right, with Rift being the next neutral, the way you play for that is by immediately nuking this wave and moving over, and then just forcing a fight, right? So the neutral objective is the reason that you want to be grouping with your team and fighting, okay? And that's the same.
I think it's like right here. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah. What did you want to say, man?
I think he says like right here. From what I remember, at least, he was like, because I think I say top and push top tower, and he mentions that it's just better for me just to
force a fight over it.
Play like rotate to this fight and be here. That way we can do Baron.
Yeah.
But like in my head, I think either from the Call Guide I watched or from what I remember at least, I want to be top lane and force them to respond to me first. And then make a play, like when they respond to the wave. But
okay.
He mentioned that was bad.
Yeah, because the play is happening in 7 seconds. It's already happening. So how long is it going to take for you to push out this play, this top play, and force them to respond to the wave while the play is already over and they can respond to your wave? Right? Because
I don't have enough threat.
Exactly. So forcing people to respond to waves doesn't happen in isolation. Okay, it's combined with neutral objective timers because that's where the fights happen. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. So if you want to take it to the next level, what you want to do is you want to force someone to respond to your waves 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds before the Drake spawns. And that's then the timer that you use to move over and get an advantageous fight.
And how do I do that? Just create slow pushes?
Slow pushes can be done. Or you use your control at a time where you push out and then force people to respond. You just stay in the side until they just keep them responding, and you just move over 30 seconds while they're responding. That's another thing you can do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it right here, right? Use side pressure, force enemy to respond to you, right? Create a fight over a major neutral objective. So your job as an assassin, ideally, is to force them to respond to the side waves before a neutral objective timer. And you then move first to this neutral objective timer to get on a good position, or to be in a position where you can get like a number advantage, like it doesn't really matter in that regard. And that allows you to then win the fight because you got a better position.
Which would happen if I crashed that wave earlier instead of going for vision, Caleb responded to the wave, I would have walked to the right road.
Yeah, exactly. So these are not concepts that are like separated. They're interconnected. And this is a game, right? Mm-hmm. The reason why this is a game where there's more side laning is because there's just no proactive bone on any of the teams.
Yeah, there's no go button.
There's no go button. Yeah.
So if I don't have TP, or I guess like what do I do if like let's say Baron spawning, I don't know, like a minute and a half, and both solo laners don't have TP, and like or my top laner doesn't have TP or something. Like I feel like, and they're like I want to be like I'm like strong, like I want to be on Baron's side because I'm stronger, but like I'm forced to weak side, so I just need to crash the wave 30 seconds before Baron spawns, and then like rotate and look for a pick or something. Is that like
And if you can't crash the wave,
instead of just brute forcing,
that's right. You just got to move over, right? Just be ready for a fight. If you're on weak side without TP, you're not going to be present at the play happening. So in that case, you just suck it up and you move over instead of fully crashing the wave.
I think that's definitely a weak because I find myself just kind of like if there's like an objective spawning, like and on weak side, like I just find myself like dirtling around like mid waves because I'm too afraid to push the side wave.
Yeah,
because then a fight will happen without me.
Yeah.
But then I bleed so much XP in CS.
And sometimes that will happen and sometimes that will not happen, depending on the team compositions. And that is like the read that you need to make. Because if you play with the beta boys on bot lane, right, full healing enchanters, there will not be a fucking play. No one's going to engage in a 4v5. But if you play with Alpha Nautilus and Leona, you better be fucking ready because they're going to send it the moment they see you on bot and they're in a number advantage, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just need to think. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the big picture about comps in general.
Yeah, so what you got to look at is you got to not only look at engage and threat, but you also got to look at self-peel. Self-peel is so fucking OP to keep in mind. Some champs can go in, like Diana, but can't go out. If a champ like Diana is just slightly out of position, there's no way for her to get out, okay?
Yeah.
And let's take a look at this previous game that we're looking at. In this game, look at your champs. The moment they're slightly overextended, it's over. The only one with self-peel is Vayne. And Maokai a little bit, but not immense.
Yeah, but...
All right. Mumu is a go-in only. Aurelia is basically go-in only. So this is a game where if you're not at the right place at the right time, a fight's going to happen and it's going to be awkward. So what I'm very curious of, right, is the introduction guide of the Akali guide. Did you check that one out?
Yeah, I need to rewatch them. I watched them all, but I guess I need to rewatch them.
When did you watch them?
About a week ago, I think, is when I rewatched.
About a week ago. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this example is the perfect example right here, where I go over like the basics of where to be, when to move, and why. And I'm playing with Ignite, so this is a must watch, this one, okay?
Okay.
Turn it up again.
I guess, do you think like post like 25, 30 minutes, I should just ARAM mid? Like, is there ever a time where I should just open mid perma?
No, because you're an Akali, right? So ARAMing is out of the question. You know the buffs that Akali gets in ARAM? It's like plus 12% damage, minus 15% damage reduction, or something like that. This champ's OP in ARAM. Because she's bad at ARAMing. You need to come from angles. If you are ARAMing, you're on vision, you can't come from angles. What you need to do is you need to utilize the side lane to get on these positions where you force them to respond to waves, but you then time up your move timers on neutral objectives. Your team will not randomly take a fight if there's no neutral objective up, because they got nothing to contest for, right? So what ideally, yeah, and sometimes it will happen, but randomly it will, right? So you got to make sure that as Ignite Akali, you always want to be around the action. If you're happening to put yourself on weak side while a neutral objective is up, then we got to just figure out how do we get there, right? That just needs to be reviewed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
It seems so dumb. Like looking back at it, it's like these are obvious mistakes.
What do you mean in the review?
Well, yeah, I mean, like after talking about it, it's like, duh, like why did I do this in game? But
right, you just don't see it enough in game.
Yeah, my biggest problems from last time were wave management and trading, and I think that's what I was working on the most. Because I wasn't able to get to macro because my lane was so poor, or I played lane too poorly.
I like your lane. This is good.
Yeah, I feel like I played this one well.
You did, yeah. It was a good lane. Very solid lane. Key things that we see here is like massive tempo issues, right?
Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
And indeed, the understanding of when the group versus when the side lane. Now, thankfully, I'm a good coach. I made an article on that. Grouping versus side lane. There we fucking go.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, yes.
I might need to frame that and put it on my wall.
Do it. Okay, so key things for you to do, man. In the game, I really want you to be paying attention to neutral objective timers, okay? Because these neutral objective timers are the fight timers. That's the time when shit happens. And your job as a Kali is to be there slightly in advance on a nice little angle, and you want to then preferably have forced to make someone respond to your wave state so you can actually get the position. If you do that, if you get on an angle, or if you try to move early to a neutral, but the enemies are already there, it's hard for you to get on a good angle and get your damage off properly, right? And that's what we use the side lane for, forcing people to respond to waves. So while you're playing the game, I want you to focus on these neutral objectives, and you're going to try to time your wave pushes before these neutrals and then move over the moment the neutral happens, okay?
Okay.
Great. In the review, you're going to look at positions in the game where you lost the fight. And whenever you review that, we're going to do the classic micro-macro framework. But I specifically want you to look at your tempo. Is this an overplay, right? How much gold are you actually on? Because this is a general thing that we see that happens consistently in your fights. And I specifically also want you to focus on the macro part of it, right? Was this a smart fight to take? Was it in line with our win condition? Did I identify the key enemy threats? Did I identify the engage threat, the multi-threat, right? Those are key questions to ask yourself in a macro perspective. Have you used this framework before?
No, I mean,
don't worry, mate.
I just never really review my games because I don't know.
You don't review?
No, I know I need to. I don't know.
It's fine,
I try
dude.
to review my games, and I'm like, oh, this was just a stupid mistake. I won't do that again. And then I just go to the next game.
Oh, but thank fucking God you brought that up. Okay, don't feel bad about it. I've not reviewed my games for like 9 years at the start of my journey. Don't worry about it. It's okay, right? Reviewing isn't a chore. You shouldn't make it a chore. For some people, it's a fucking chore. You shouldn't make it a chore. You should make it nice and easy for yourself. Here's what I recommend. Whenever you review, set a timer for 5 minutes. If the timer goes off, end the review, go fucking next. Okay?
Okay.
Totally fine to just not review everything. Just review 2 positions in the game. Try to review 2 positions in the game. If for your first few reviews you can only do 1, no fucking problem. Just do 1 next, right? And the reason why we review is because if we only play the game, we cannot gather all of the information. So by reviewing, we can reassess all of the information, reassess stuff that we didn't see during the game because the game is fucking overwhelming, and then we can find practical solutions to the puzzle that we failed to solve during the game. We can solve it outside of the game, and that's going to build this visualization and this pattern recognition that's going to make it less likely to happen in future games, and that allows us to improve.
Makes
Okay?
sense.
Great. So just set a timer. You can do it. Everyone can do it. I'm a lazy motherfucker. I can review my own games, okay? And I'm a lazy motherfucker. Okay, because I just have found the value in it. I just saw that the moment I started reviewing games and the moment I started visualizing my solutions to problems, you see it in the next game and you can just feel the improvement. You start feeling it. That's powerful.
Is there merit to reviewing like the day after, like from the games from the previous day?
Only if you're tilted.
Okay.
Right. So what I've found is that if I do the day after, I lose connection to the game. And that can sometimes be a positive thing if you're, for example, mad about the game or like something pissed you off. But if I'm not mad, I just rather do it on the day itself because I'm in a healthy mindset, you know? Yeah, good questions. What you can do, mate, by the way, is, and you should do this, have you used the VOD questions channel?
Oh, I use it all the time, yeah.
Okay, great. Next time, right, write in your own review of that situation and then ask for feedback on the review so you also know if you're on the right track or not.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Great. Keep
Like
it simple.
self-analysis. Yeah.
Keep it simple, dude. Articles in the chat. Check it out. Check out the other articles well of Reviewing 101. And check out the Akali mid-game sequence here. Bit of homework for you, mate. But it's worth it.
Yep, I'll do that.
Great. Any other questions for me?
Nope, not at the moment.
Fantastic, man.